don't care. I'm going to break the Band-Aid off, and my mom's probably going to get a little upset.
Oh, does it have to do with family? Your family?
Kind of.
Ooh,
Jamie's mom, get off.
Yes, I love
Mom,
it. Yes.
I love you.
Wait, are you sure you want to do this?
We could talk about it later, but I'm gonna spread the news of Joy. My sister and her boyfriend are over.
Oh.
And I'm
Drama.
And I'm so happy,
Yeah.
but I don't like how it happened.
You're so happy.
Well, we all disliked him. It was not a secret. She was well aware. Everyone was pretty well aware. I've said it even on air before, but
Did he know?
Oh yeah, he actually
knew.
disliked me before I disliked him.
Oh,
very
that's a
good.
lovely connection.
There was drama.
They were
Okay, so
together
it
for
was
about
mutual.
maybe a year and a half, going on 2 years max.
Ew,
that's not
that's
very long.
long.
It was a
That's
long.
not that long. Oh, wait, yeah, you're 18.
It was a
I'm
long.
21.
Oh, you're 21.
It was
Oh
a
my
crappy
goodness.
relationship.
Yeah.
It was her first legit boyfriend, long term. I get it.
How old is she?
She's 19.
Yeah, for
Okay.
that age, that's a long relationship.
And not only just that, but she also, she had to learn lessons, and I get it. You have to go through some really low things to get to your highs. I understand. But the way that the whole thing played out was just so gross. Okay, so
Did it have to do with nudity?
no.
Ew. What the hell, Zach? Why would you? Her why parents would you are bring it listening. there?
Why
You
you
said
put-
it was gross.
Bro, why would I mention anything about his body?
You said it was gross.
Yeah,
Well,
of how
Zach,
disgusting
shame on you
he
for
stooped.
assuming. Shame on you for assuming that.
You know
So-
what happens
How
when you assume?
dare you?
This guy had a big problem of saying things that weren't necessarily 100% true. So he would go ahead and basically just make her believe things that weren't 100%
So he's a
accurate.
professional gaslighter?
Yes. So he
She's
would
really-
manipulate her into believing things. So he
My
basically,
niece done got bit by a copperhead.
dude, he would, no joke, tell my sister that like I was the problem in their relationship. Or he would go ahead and okay, this is the controversial part that I don't understand. He basically believed that my sister shouldn't meet his family and she shouldn't
What?
and
they were together for over a year.
They shouldn't meet families. Like families shouldn't meet. Like
Yeah,
That means he's hiding something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like
Or maybe he knows like his family wouldn't approve or
but
something.
he
that's
no,
also
he
That's a
would
weird thing.
he would literally make her like so he just bought a Tesla not too long, maybe a year ago, max.
so he got money.
Oh,
For
it
him, I
comes
guess.
from
Why
money.
did she break up?
No, let me get there.
Pass him down to me.
So he offered to pay half the Tesla and his dad paid the other half.
wow,
Fine,
wow.
right?
Lucky.
But he would
Yeah,
lie
jealous.
and say that he can't drive because there's not enough gas in the car. But someone told me that Tesla cars are mainly all
Teslas
electric.
don't have gas.
So he would say that he can't afford gas right now and he cannot drive her
If he
home.
can't afford gas or electric or whatever, what is he doing driving a Tesla?
No. Like, it's a Tesla. You don't
You
pay for
charge
gas.
it.
Yeah.
You charge it.
You charge it.
That was the main problem we had. Was one of them was that like he would make my sister drive extra to and from all these places. So she would literally come home from school or work, drop everything, and go running to his house. And I'm like, dude, what about us? And she'd be like, yeah, that's great and all, but like him. She was purposely putting him first.
Oh.
And I was like,
it's his fault.
but I'm sitting here like, I don't get it. You are willing to drop everything and everyone, but like he has like all these like rules that are fake,
Yeah, you gotta
obviously,
jump through all
about
these
me,
hoops,
about
yeah.
my family. He would never want to do anything. We've offered him to come to a family event and he would have some kind of excuse up his sleeve. So for example, we asked him to come in August to meet my family. Shane was coming, my significant other, he was coming, and it was just a pool party. And he was like, my aunt's coming in, sorry, I just can't.
Wait,
I can't.
So, I think it's very telling that you're relaying all this information and he chose to buy a Tesla.
I don't even
Yeah.
think that's the issue. The issue is
No,
that he
it's
would
not,
also...
But I think it's very telling, like, why do you think he bought it? Maybe he's putting on a front of some sort.
You know what? I'm going to put this one
Yeah.
on blast, too. My favorite one is that they blamed me for when they had the sexual relations. They blamed me for interrupting them.
What?
gross.
That sucks.
Oh, well.
In your house?
looks
No.
like you got what you wanted.
So I asked them if they would like to come over to Shane's house, like his family's house, for card night. They agreed. I thought they were going to show up. So I said, hey, where are you? No answer. So I'm like, hey, where are you again? Still no answer. So I'm like, what the hell? She's not showing up. I guess they're not coming. Whatever. So I come home later that night and she's hysterically crying. And I'm like, why are you crying? Like, you didn't come and you were hanging out.
That's a double whammy
Stop
right there.
it. So I get a massive text while I'm at his house, at Shane's house, and it says, like, I swear to God, I think he wrote it out. And it said, like, you really need to stop interrupting me when I'm having alone time because you are taking away from the moment, and I might have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because of how rude and disrespectful it is. And I'm like,
but
I'm the sister here, buddy.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
If that was my younger sister, I would have slapped her.
I'm like,
so sorry.
I'm the sister. I stay, you go.
And she's young. Like this is like
Young and
the
dumb.
time where you're young. Exactly. This is
So-
the time when you're young.
This is
It
the time
doesn't
to make
stop there.
mistakes.
I go home and she's crying, and I'm like, why are you crying? And she's like, because he's gonna break up with me because you were so, like, interruptive during our time. And I'm like, listen,
That's toxic.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't
So
care.
toxic. What do you mean?
Tell
Jared?
her I hope he
You
breaks up
both
with you, and
agreed.
I'm happy he did.
He would constantly pull, like, listen, I kind of just want to break for no reason. No reason. She'd be having a bad day
Oh,
at school.
nah.
Ooh, I know exactly why he's doing that.
I think it's because he didn't want to handle her on her bad days.
Oh.
So when she was at a low, he'd be like, yeah, I kind of want to break or something like that.
I think he was losing interest, and he was already like,
no,
I'll-
But
I
she
think-
would
I think
fight.
he just has problems.
I know people who would say they want to break right after they cheated, and then they like
Yeah.
blurry the timeline,
Oh no, there
Yeah.
was no cheating involved. It was just like she just really wanted to be with him, and she would do whatever it took, even if she had to drive there. She
Do
had to
you know
sleep
for a
outside
fact?
Yeah, how do you know he didn't cheat?
Yeah.
because she would have said something, but it
But
never
how would
came
she
to that.
know?
Like, what
How
if
do
she just
you
didn't
know
know?
that?
Yeah.
Because this guy, come on, if you looked at him, he really can't get anything better.
What?
Oh,
You
okay.
think that? Like, but like sometimes like
I know
men will
that.
stoop so low
There's
to
people.
This guy looks like a naked mole rat.
I
Okay,
don't
he's
wanna
not
call
getting
anyone
anybody.
out. I don't want to
Yeah.
call anyone
And
out.
why
because
is-
people
why is-
here
why is-
that like they
okay.
get like action, and I don't know how.
Wait, why is your
Yeah.
sister going so low then?
So, okay, I'm sleeping. It's Saturday. I get up. It's like, I think it was like Saturday, Sunday. I wake up at 7:30, 8 o'clock. My mom goes, can you just like talk to your sister? They broke up. And I'm like, you wake me up at 8 o'clock for that? Like, this could have waited. I mean, congrats, but like, I'm going back to bed. So he had the nerve to text her before she went to work, and she had to do like
Oh my God.
a 6-hour shift or something. Like,
Oh,
Broke up over text.
yeah.
What a
Yeah, but did they
what a
really break up?
keeper.
Yeah.
Did they really break up?
text. He,
Like,
So
that's
he texted her. Basically, I'm not gonna lie. When I was in the shower, like when I was out of the shower and I was getting dressed, I like heard through the door.
And you were doing backflips.
No, I was actually putting on socks. I'm putting on
okay.
socks. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna stop the socks and listen. And I heard her talking to my mom, and she was like, yeah, he basically said that he wanted something else.
See, that's
What do you
Because
mean?
when you keep saying, "Oh, I want to take a break," like if you keep repeatedly saying that, he's lost interest. He wants to go on to other ventures, and he wants a way out.
I just
That's
don't
the
get
most
it.
scummy way of going about it.
And I guarantee in about 3 to 6 months he's going to reach back out to her.
Yeah.
But you know what's the
Is he-
weirdest part? Like, they're done. She deleted the photos. That's I feel
Okay.
like that's a big thing.
Good for
But
her. Good for her.
she just got into another school, and she
Let's go.
posted about it, and I was really happy for her.
Let's go.
She's fixing our relationship because obviously it was destroyed after he just came in here barreling. But
Yes.
he commented on her photo.
Oh,
like
boy.
Got a block.
like 2
Yeah.
days after they
Block.
broke up, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Congrats on the school choice."
Bro,
and I'm like,
block or at least limit interactions.
I said that to her. I said, "Why are you still friends with him, knowing that he did that to you?"
Well,
Also,
know.
what school choice?
I mean, I don't want to say
But
just
you
in
don't have to
case.
dox it. You
Why?
don't have to dox
But the
it.
thing is, like, she like, I don't know. I said, "Why don't you block him?" She's like, "Well, you never know about the future."
Oh my gosh! See, I
Oh,
told you. That's why I
no.
asked you. Did they really break up? Because
think
I know
she-
girls at that age. They're gonna try and like, oh, maybe we'll
No.
get better.
But she
Be
did
like,
say
oh, we're
something. She said something
God.
interesting to me, though. She said that, like, basically, whatever happens, happens, and then she was saying, "You just never know. I'm open to whatever."
What happened? Move on.
Go smack
Move
her and like
on.
smack her back to reality. I don't know.
Let me ask: Does
I don't
this
like
guy?
this.
This guy, he will break up with people over text. He will like flunk out on plans that he promised that he'd show up to, and then he also drives a Tesla. Is he a narcissist? Like a total narcissist?
I think so.
Probably.
I mean, so the most worst
Not even a
one,
narcissist, just sick.
the worst one was last month. It was my dad's birthday. We went out to dinner for my dad's birthday. We invited him over, and we invited him out to the dinner, and we also invited him out.
Where'd you go?
We went to some pizza place we'd never been to
Okay,
before.
alright.
But we invited him out, and he said, I can't. I have to wake up early the next day for football thing, because he runs some football thing with his family.
I hate like I'm assuming it's like Saturday night and he has to like watch football.
No, it wasn't like he had to watch football.
Next
His
day.
family helps run like a mini league for kids
okay,
or
alright.
something.
That's kind of nice.
But he was like,
But
oh,
you should have known in advance that you were doing that.
well, he's like, oh, I can't leave just in case there's a change. My parents want me there. And he has to wake up at like 8 a.m. He's claiming that he can't come over because he's just nervous that he'll miss some information. And I'm like, bro, it's someone's birthday. Like, I don't get it. My mom's like, this is his last chance. Of course, he never showed up. And my sister was texting him at the dinner table. I'm like, this is Dad's birthday. Like, what is going on? Dad's paying the bills.
Yeah.
And you're over here texting.
You know your schedule in advance. You should know that.
You know what she did right after? You know what she did right after
What did she do right after?
cake?
What if you do?
She drove over there.
Oh my god. See, this is
Now we're getting
honestly,
into-
Jamie, honestly, I'm so sorry to say it, but how do your parents not convince her?
Oh, we've tried. My dad's just like, I can't do anything. But my mom and I were like, bro, this is terrible.
How can your dad not do anything?
Because my dad's the type of guy where he's like, I've had enough. I've had enough of the
Jeez.
drama.
Is he a
My mom
pushover?
and I are pretty dramatic people sometimes.
Yeah.
But
It's tough.
Is
when
he a
it's-
pushover?
what?
Is he a pushover?
Who? My dad or?
Yeah, your dad.
Oh no, my dad he's just like, it's not
He
worth
just doesn't
it.
want to be involved.
He's like,
Yeah,
it's not worth it
What
anymore.
she needs to do is she needs
Yeah,
to
but
figure
it's-
herself out. She needs to understand that she doesn't need him.
That's what I
She
said.
can have whoever she deems necessary is worthy of her. But at the end of the day, don't go back to him.
That's
It's not-
what I
No,
said.
and I've seen
Yeah.
pictures of her. She's
Yeah.
so pretty. Like, she's so young and pretty.
I don't
and, like,
think it's
know
the
your worth.
outside. I think it's the outside.
Yeah, no, that's the truth. You have to know your own worth, and that's
Yeah.
not just visually on the outside.
Yeah, but she
appearance.
doesn't see. I
That's-
feel like she doesn't see
that's
how
in
like
the
she has so
soul.
much potential in her life, and
I
she's
think
just
that's
connecting it to this man
Yeah.
who doesn't even deserve her. Like,
Yeah.
ew, throw him out.
That's what I
Sis,
said.
if you're listening, which I doubt it, you're probably texting. But please know your worth. Like, this is ew.
How does one
can't.
learn their worth?
I don't know.
No, I think
Experience.
Yeah.
Absolutely
like,
experience.
Like so, like getting broken up with, and then my bag.
I think you
and
have
and then like I guess just going through hard times. You think?
Well, she told me that
life.
she said that she cried more trying to keep the relationship together than when it was out. Because, like, she
That speaks
FaceTimed
That-
me.
volumes.
That does.
That's what I
Yeah.
said. Because but now the problem is that because they're done, I'm getting texts and FaceTimes every 5 minutes.
you're like, maybe she should have said.
Well, last night,
We need to find a new man for her.
well, last night Shay and I are just chilling. We're watching TV, and she's like, "Don't leave me." I'm like, "Bro, I want to eat food. Like, I have dinner here." Shane's eating. He's halfway done with the
See,
food.
that's the problem.
have
See
her
how
eat
she
with you,
has
I guess. I
connection,
don't
not connection, attachment problems
Yeah.
now because she's
Yeah.
so used to being with
I know.
someone.
I had to
all
pretend that the phone was
time.
breaking up. I'm like, "Shh, can't. Oh,
Yeah, put it on airplane mode. Also on
Yeah.
FaceTime, it starts loading.
Yeah.
I felt bad, but I was like, dude, I
No,
need
she
the
needs
food.
to learn. You know what? No, I know this for a fact. She needs to find something where she finds enjoyable. Like, for example, like for me,
Like, find
say
a
it's-
passion, find a hobby.
Like, not even like just do
just
something
find yourself
that
even.
that takes
Love yourself.
takes your mind away from things.
Well, that's why I told her to try new things. I was like, go to the mall with this new friend.
Well-
She's like, why? I'm like, because you
It's
never
just
know.
something to do,
Maybe
yeah.
you will form a new friend. Maybe this will be
Yeah.
the beginning of something.
Well,
and
it's
she's like,
definitely a good
okay.
recommendation.
keep herself busy. Definitely, always keep yourself busy.
Yeah.
So she will never get that like feeling that she's bored and like, oh, what can
Yeah.
a text to do? You know.
I also
Yeah.
don't
Like,
want
go
her
back.
to jump to a new person.
No,
yeah?
not jump to a new
Yeah, yeah,
person.
yeah.
I'm
Well, I
saying
don't know what
keep
she's.
yourself
I don't know what
busy.
she's capable
No,
of.
she should
Yeah,
take
no,
a-
but that's
she should
not what my
definitely
advice is.
She should definitely take like 6 months off. I say. Like,
Yeah,
seriously.
No,
I think
just
at
take
least.
take as much as she
Like as long
feels
as
like
she needs, but I'd say for most people, like a healthy amount is like 6 months because
That's
you're
a
not
good
ready to jump
baseline.
back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
One
you need
time-
a basis for yourself, like that's where you limit yourself. I'd say.
That's where you start. Yeah.
One time before she met this guy, she did match with somebody here at the radio station.
Do we know?
What do you mean,
You
Matt?
probably.
Like
she was on like Tinder, Bumble, one of those, and she matched with somebody here.
Do you want to expose this person?
No, this person's nice, but like
Okay.
I don't want
Do
to
they
do
do a morning
it.
show?
Huh?
Do they do a morning show?
I'm not gonna expose them.
That's fair. That's fair.
So she matched with them, and I'm like, bro, you don't know who this is? Like this,
you know them.
Well, the worst part was that my photo was in the photos with them, so clearly
Oh, you were
they.
you
I was in the photo with my sister,
That's
and they
crazy.
still swiped.
Oh.
So I guess they thought that was my friend, and
Oh.
they're like, "Yo, your friend's so hot," and I'm like,
Oh.
I'm like, dude,
Well,
that's my sister. Like, don't say that to me, at least. Like, you could think that's yourself. I think that's gross, and I think it'd be gross vice versa if someone said that about me to my,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I just feel
That's
like that's
just awkward.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that about my brother. It's like, yo, you could think it all you want, but I just don't want to hear it.
yeah,
or things like that.
I don't want to hear what you do with them unless
Yeah.
it's like, hey, we went on a nice date, fine. But don't tell me like, yo, they've got a great back. It's like, okay,
Or like,
Alright.
yeah, like they're really good in bed. Like,
oh,
ugh.
jeez.
yeah,
Let me just
yeah.
say, hold on, sister, I don't know if you're listening, but at the end of the day, do not cry over a man who every time he pulls a rain check out of wherever,
Yeah.
where the sun don't shine, wherever he pulls it out of, do not cry over him, because I guarantee you he feels like he's a superhero whenever he does a rain check. Like, oh, I have to go. I'm needed elsewhere. Like,
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
but
Johnny,
Jamie,
It's probably right,
no,
honestly.
I
yeah,
don't
no,
yeah.
if he drives a Tesla, he probably thinks he's saving the world with that electric car.
Yeah.
And he definitely isn't. He's
No,
burning
but
3 times the
as-
normal amount of fossil fuels.
as an older sister, because I know Jamie's the oldest son as well.
Yeah.
I know how it feels to just give up on convincing, because I pray my family aren't listening. but my sister's is like very similar. Like, she'll do whatever she wants and she will not listen to anyone. And like I text her about these things every single day. I'm like, hey, please don't do this. I'm your
be
older
better,
sister. Please
That's the thing with-
listen to me. And she's like, okay. And then I see
And
like
she
next
does the
day
opposite.
she's doing the same
That's what I
thing.
do. Yeah.
Like it's
stupid.
frustrating for,
It is.
for me at least. Like, she probably thinks like, oh, I'm doing whatever I want. I'm
She
living my
just thinks
teenage
that
years.
You don't know
I'll
when I
bounce
like-
back.
The youth really
Yeah.
find it like fun to like challenge it, because they get told not to do something and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna do that just to spite you and prove you wrong. But that's how they learn the hard way, and you know what, maybe that's for the better.
Yeah, but the problem is sometimes they do learn the hard way and then they do it again.
I think the controversial part for me was, how do you feel if your significant other said they don't want you to meet their family or friends? I feel like if they want you to be a separate entity compared to the rest of their life, like I
That
feel
means
like
they're hiding something.
Well,
I think there's a
Always.
problem.
And like,
That's a big no.
Well, actually, you know what? This is a good segue into a topic I have.
I'm scared.
Yeah, it's you know, we could just bring this up right now, or let's see, where is
I'm
this?
scared. He's got
just,
turned
like-
pages. It's
You just
gonna be
poke it out a
big.
little bit, you know. We don't have to get into
no,
it
but
right
like
away. But
that's so frustrating to me. Like,
little teaser.
my fiance made me meet his family like a month after we were together.
But I think that's fair.
yeah,
That's
I think
not
that's
bad.
not. That's
yeah,
not
no,
bad.
a
good.
month makes sense.
I met
yeah,
this-
like a month, and that's
See,
it.
I met this guy the first day she met him. We went on a double date, and I knew immediately off the bat this guy was a no for me, just personally because of experience. Because one, they met online, and that was the first interaction.
meeting online?
That was the first interaction. First impressions are always a big thing, especially online.
Okay.
So when we met him and he was just like skimming through on his Apple Watch, dude,
that
you're on a
Better,
date.
yeah,
Give attention.
yeah.
How is he older than her?
Were you on the date with her?
Yeah, it was Shane and I plus them two.
where was
She
it?
was so.
Ooh, now I think that
She was
might be a
quiet.
little uncomfortable.
It was, but I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to let my sister go out alone with some guy that she's never met before.
How old was the
Yeah.
guy?
I don't know. He's got to be like at least a year older, so maybe he's 20. Big whoop.
Oh yeah, okay, that's nothing crazy. Like
Yeah, but
I
he's
would've-
young and stupid too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't know.
But you know what? The timing was perfect with him at the restaurant. It was weird. It was like he paid someone to be there because he was like, oh yeah, I work with kids. I do the football thing. And then literally cue that kid being like, hey, I know you. And I'm like, bro,
Wow.
He had it all choreographed.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I was like,
Like the
how did he
night
do
before,
that?
he was like rehearsing it like 30 times.
Maybe that's why he was on his watch being like, kids start.
Yeah, no, he was like, okay, I gave the cue. Where's the kid?
And maybe this kid was also
sitcom
like his brother.
No.
because she
And
never
that's
met his
why
family, right?
she can't meet the family.
Yeah.
That's a sitcom bit right there. That's a sitcom bit.
Oh, that's hilarious.
She couldn't meet like extended family. It was only the immediate family. She'd go for every birthday.
Oh,
with
so
them.
she sees the.
But she was not allowed to like. I don't think he wanted her to meet like the aunt, the uncles. Like he didn't want anything to do with that. It was just immediate
That's
family.
weird
and that's
because
it.
immediate family are like more important.
He didn't care about
Yeah.
my grandma.
So,
and
like-
I love my nana. Okay, he didn't want to meet her. He didn't want to meet
Oh,
anybody else. He
not-
didn't
well,
care. He's
I
like,
mean-
I have no interest.
On
I
the
don't get
other-
it. What? That makes no sense. I think he saw that your sister has no interest. That your sister doesn't care, like about going to
On
these
the
family
other side of
events.
the coin, though,
So he took advantage of that. He's probably like, "Do you really want to go see your grandma?"
I don't
and she's
even
probably
know.
like, "No."
oh yeah, that's annoying.
No, because I'm thinking like I'm sorry, but I'm connecting your sister to mine. Like I can't.
I think she was just willing to do whatever it took
People-
to make him
yeah,
happy.
exactly.
People
so
do
he
play
thinks
off
that
of
she
each
doesn't
other,
care.
and it can be a bad thing when you're like not really like focused on yourself, but you're just imitating just to fit in there.
yeah, when you
Yeah.
don't prioritize your
It's like,
priorities,
oh,
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because later on, that causes problems, and that's conflict of interest. Yeah.
Yeah, but on the other side of the coin, when I was dating my ex, like she was obsessed with her family to the point that like it was a little much. Like she like loved her cousins, like loved them.
Oh, maybe it's Alabama style.
I mean, like maybe not that far, but like
okay.
it was,
But, like,
it was teetering.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Like where it
There's
was like weird.
definitely a balance. There's like not
Yeah.
wanting anything to do with your family, and then there's like making out with your cousin.
well,
Ew,
well,
that's like
she,
two extremes, man.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's a balance. You don't want to be on either side of the spectrum.
Yeah, she did kiss her cousin once, and I thought that was pretty
What?
disgusting.
Wait,
Wait,
was it opposite gender?
Like
Opposite
full,
gender,
Wait,
yeah.
like full blown?
No, it's just like a kiss, but like still, like that's gross.
That's
I know. I
Yeah.
know. In some regions, it's like, oh, that's a normal thing, just a little peck on the cheek. Or
No,
the
no,
lips.
no, it was lips. It was
Like
lips.
lips,
Yeah.
little peck, like
Ew,
Tom Brady.
no.
Yeah, like a little Tom Brady
little Tom
action,
Brady
a little
kiss.
gross action.
Yeah, no, that is disgusting.